How many streaming subscriptions do you have right now? Like, what's the reasonable amount of streaming services subscriptions should one person have? I would say like you can have one for music, one for movies, one for the news. But like the one for the news, some people don't even care about the news, so you can have like two for the movies and one for music. So that will make like three subscriptions, paying each around, I think there's none that's paying under $10. There's none. Netflix right now is like $15. If I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah, the basic is $9.99. The standard is $16.49, which I think is what most people are going for. And the premium is $20.99 Canadian dollars. So for the most part, that's like $15 guaranteed times 3. That's a lot of money. That's $45 every fucking month. And then you factor in other things, and the price of things is going up, and the economy is not good. And most of these streaming services, most people go there for one show or two shows, and it's starting to be apparent that the whole model, the whole ecosystem of like streaming services being separate entities that people have to subscribe to it's not feasible in the long run. Let me explain what I mean. Like, I think this whole thing is like the first time TV came out, and then you had like TVA, TVB, TVC, TVD, and then you had these companies coming in and then saying, oh, we're gonna manage this. And you'd have like Bell giving you a bundle of TV networks that you can access to through them. And I think that's where this whole thing is kind of headed, for the same model, because nobody wants to be paying the full price for each one of them separately, when they can just have something that's gonna have all of them bundled together and pay like one big price, but that's gonna be like less than the sum of each individual streaming service price, if that makes any sense. Like, let's say it's starting to be apparent because like Netflix, I saw the news that Netflix was kind of losing a lot of subscribers during Q2, even though they ended up making it up during Q3. And I think this was like for the first time where it didn't like meet the numbers it was supposed to meet. And considering that it's like the biggest one, and considering that a lot of studios are starting now to come up with their own version of that thing, it's no longer viable anymore, because everybody's just gonna be making their own content and keeping it to themselves, and refusing to have it being accessible on other platforms. Because basically, if I make a show, like say I make a show X, and I have a choice to either keep it as an exclusive to my platform, so if it's popular it's gonna bring in more people, or I can just have it be shared between me and other studios. It's gonna bring in money, but I'm gonna get a fraction of what I would have gotten have I kept it my own. And I think that's where it's tricky. I think like for the most part it's not gonna work. The whole matter is not gonna work. It's the same thing for the subscriptions with Apple. I think like Apple is gonna start bundling their whole subscription into one, and I think they have it. I think it's the Apple one. I remember like I heard people talking about it. Yeah, but basically like a lot of subscriptions are gonna start coming bundled up. Like, I like what Prime did. Me, I personally have Prime because it actually comes with something else other than like movies, because I'm always buying stuff online on Amazon, and that works for me. But like for people who have to have like Netflix for their show, but then some of the stuff that used to be on Netflix is not there anymore. Like Daredevil, I think Daredevil is gonna get removed from Netflix. I think a lot of stuff have been removed, and a lot of stuff is gonna continue being removed, especially if everybody is making their own thing. I think like Paramount is doing their own thing, their own streaming services. Do they have enough? I don't think they have enough to go on to have that to justify that existing, but it looks like a cash cow, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna keep milking that cow. Jesus Christ, they're gonna keep making that shit. The only one I see that have merits, I would say, like HBO Max. It was justified because HBO already have a whole lot of big TV shows, big movies under its belt, and yeah, that works for them, and they're still producing more. Like HBO Max, like it has one of my favorite shows right now, which is Raised by Wolves. Guys, if you're not watching that, you're missing out. It has Primal. It has, jeez, I can go on. It has The Wire. The Wire, man. Have you seen The Wire? Comment below, let me know. It has a lot of things going on for it. I think I might pick that up next month if I have the money. But shit, man, these streaming services, they're just about to bankrupt us, and I think people are starting to see it, because I'm not gonna have like, what is it worth if I need to have like 5 subscriptions of each $15? Is it worth it, or would it be better if they were bundled up in like one thing, even if it costs like $50, but I know like I have access to all of them? But it's gonna be up to like the bigger guys to, and I think that's where it's gonna go, because nobody likes this thing where like, if I want to watch this, I gotta log out, I gotta log into this, download this app, do this, do that. It's not convenient, and I think that's where it's most likely going to head. I make predictions. Of course, they can always change. I'm not saying like this is right or this is how it should be, but I think that's a proven model that has existed, that especially since the TV started being popular. And I think it's gonna come to that, even though now like we thought like streaming services were killing TV, but I think like their whole model is just gonna start to look like what TV used to be, what cable TV used to be. Like, you buy a subscription from Bell, from Videotron, from Virgin, from wherever you buy it, and then it comes with all these subscriptions already in. I think that's what's gonna happen, and I don't know like if like people in those roles where they make these decisions, I'm pretty sure they've thought about it. And people in TV, like I think that they've thought about it, like how can we bundle this? But yeah, every company has their own thing, or maybe everything is just gonna get bought up by Disney since they're buying everything and they're the big dog in town. Yeah, and Disney keeps buying studios and everything from those studios that used to be on Netflix, HBO, whatever. It's gone, and we're suffering for it, and we have to buy more subscriptions. Yeah, I think that's where this is headed, because shit, it's either that or just the numbers are just gonna come down. People are gonna stop like subscribing for them for the long run, or they're just gonna subscribe like monthly, like not being constant subscribers, like I'm paying for this every month. They're gonna wait until like they have something of interest they need to see or they want to see, or until like they have an accumulation of shows and movies they want to see, and then they're gonna pay for it for that month to watch those things, and then they're gonna stop paying for it and wait for the next wave. I think that's where things are headed. If we don't have this option where like you can pay once for everything in a bundle and then just be done with it. Yeah, so how many do you have? How many subscriptions do you have? Or do you pay for them every time, or is it just like when you want to watch something that's of interest to you, or do you pay every time? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know. Peace.